Well, today we're on the road to Hatfield Broad Oak, and we're going to visit a church called St Mary's, which makes a change. And actually there was a Benedictine priory there. That was founded by Albric De Vere in 1139. There's a little bit of the priory wall left within the church, and we'll get to see that. It's an amazing place, and the actual early parish church, that was founded by one of the 25 rebel barons that forced King John to sign the Magna Carta at Runnymede, and his name is Robert De Vere, and his stone effigy is actually in the church, so we'll get to see that as well. So we're just coming up to it now. I think you may be able to see that. There's the church. See you there. And here we are, St Mary's in Hatfield Broad Oak, and look at that, what a gorgeous church. You can see there's elements here of Norman and Plantagenet. We've got a beautiful 15th century porch. I mean, that's just a larger version of Henham Church there. It's absolutely lovely. And there you are, 5 to 2. That's the time. Okay, so we're just coming up to, obviously we've got this lovely tower. Again, this is all sort of, there's a mixture there. There's a few, you can see different elements of Gothic architecture there that's running through a few centuries. And then you've got this lovely nave. Now, the interesting thing here is you see the nave really terminates here to a small chancel. And around here, see there's quite a lot of restoration on that window, but that's worthy of it because that's a beautiful window. And it's an absolutely amazing old churchyard. There's some really ancient gravestones here. Look, it's absolutely beautiful. And also though, we've still got some lovely colour. You know, summer's not over yet. They say winter's coming. Not yet. Beautiful. Let's have a look around here. So we come round, you can see that just the size of this church suggests that there was something here before that, and that's exactly what there was. So here we've got this east end here. You can see there's only a few parts of the priory. There's a massive priory here, and it's just all but gone. But this is what was founded in 1139. And actually there was a massive fire as well. I think Henry III actually gave 10 oaks from neighbouring Hatfield Forest to repair it. But what you see here are two pillars here, one there and one there. That's the part of the original priory church. That's lovely. There's not much left apart from that though. No. But look at it, if you look out across here, it's wonderful. We've got some cattle out there now, but that would have been, there's just none of the monastery left at all. Obviously that was all dissolved in 1536, and then it was just been robbed out over the centuries. It's a terrible shame. Let's have a look around this side. I do believe there is still another part of the actual original priory church that you can see from round here. Yes, there you go. Look at those two little Gothic arches there. Apparently they are also part of the original priory church. This priory would have all come right the way around here. That's a lovely church. Ah. You know, just having a good look around here. There's some, you can see humps and bumps and sort of mounds and a bit of earthworks. I'm sure if you strip this turf off, there'd be plenty of foundations. Just a shame they don't do that. Get time team back, I say. So there's a coat of arms of the De Vere family. As I say, Albric De Vere founded this priory, and then his son Robert De Vere, who was one of the barons I was just talking about. He was well, you'll see a little bit about him inside, including his effigy. Let's just hope it's open. That's so good to find a place open and welcome. And as you can see, there's an awful lot about the Magna Carta here, because obviously Robert De Vere was so important in the signing of this. And it's lovely to see that there's plenty of information here for people to read and understand what was going on at that sort of time, and of course all about King John. And there is Robert De Vere. Now, actually, that's really I tell you, I've been to Madden Swords and I haven't seen anything like that. Now, Robert De Vere, so his home was Hedenham Castle. It's still a wonderful Norman keep and a place that really everybody should visit. He actually lost that in 1216. Yes, King John had that off of him, but he got it back a year later after the demise of that king. Look at that. That is, honestly, you'd think he's just going to come to life. That's not bad at all. And look, he's in early 13th century armour. Well, no armour there. That's all still chainmail. Yeah. Now his sword, I think that's improvised there. I don't believe they would have been a cardboard tube, but I could be mistaken. Wonderful. And look, and there, the great helm. So this is still very much the headpiece and the only piece of armour at this period still. Absolutely wonderful. And what a lovely church indeed. It really is beautiful. Let's just take time to have a look at these huge aisles here. Beautiful arcade, lovely roof. Look at that. And looking down, let's go around the back here and take a look right down the nave into the chancel. That's a magnificent church. This really is. And you can say it's large for a parish church because it had obviously the monastery that was still here at the time when this was built. Beautiful. There's some incredible wood carving here. These are absolutely, oh, look at that. It's all so Gothic. Let's come down here and talk about the man Robert De Vere. Now his effigy, he died I think around 1229. He was actually buried in the church that would have been connected to the back of this chancel. And his effigy was actually, his body was moved to the place where it is now in about 1270s. And this effigy was then made there, so 50 years after his death, which is why sometimes it's hard to actually date by looking at the style of the armour and that, because actually this is contemporary for 50 years after he died. But you can see he's got full mail here, he's holding on to his sword, he hasn't got much face left, certainly no nose, but it's still incredible that there's so much left. And then obviously cross legs here, his mail right down to his feet. Now actually here's a plan of the actual priory, how it would have looked. And here we've got the church that we still have today. And then you've got, it was huge, look at it. We've got the cloister here, courtyards and the chapter house. It must still be, there must be so much under the ground. It's absolutely wonderful. Look at that, just as the sun comes out outside, look at that stained glass. It's beautiful art. All set within this lovely triple Gothic window. Lovely. Now look what I found here. This is a 17th century, this was the clock mostly from the 17th century. Look at that. Wow. Look, and there's the old clock face. Wonderful. This place is a real little gem. Smashing. Well, look at that. Doesn't that make a picture? What a beautiful old chest. I don't know if that's originally part of this church where they would have kept their documents, but it really does look stunning. And a lovely little bit of sort of harvest festival on top. Now that'd be a nice find. It actually says there's a head of a lady, identity unknown, dug up in 1903 from several feet below the surface of the choir of the Priory Church. Wow, they didn't use metal detectors then. They must have been doing some building work. Imagine digging that up now. Whoa. Now there's just one more thing about this church, and I didn't realise this existed, but behind this panelling there's the original priest chamber. Let's have a look. Now obviously this panelling isn't as old as the chamber itself, but in here an illustration from 1908 shows the door, the window here. And I've just opened this panel. There is the window, and look, it's actually got Tudor rose there. It's obviously all bricked up behind now. And on the other side, I'm going to pull this shutter open. There's the door. There's the door. Wow. And look, just up here, we've got some painting on here. This is This is lovely. There's some fresco work on here. That is gorgeous. Wow. And then above, there's the window. There's a window that's shown on there. So that is what I call a really good find. Now, I'm not the first, I know, but I didn't know it was there, and that's wonderful, and a fitting way to finish this little video of this wonderful church of St Mary's in Hatfield Broad Oak.